from Detroit, Michigan, USA. In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
This week, Detroit Berlin Connection, in partnership with Musicboard Berlin, made a big announcement. They have selected their next artist in residence for 2024. Congratulations goes to Detroit's own Shawacape Renegade. Soon he will be headed to Berlin to show them how the next generation is keeping the legacy of Detroit techno alive and well. He will share his residency with Berlin-based artist Sarah Miller. Way to go, Shawacape Renegade! I remember the days you used to sleep on my couch. God bless you with an amazing musical adventure.
You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri. There are payment plans available to help save your property. Visit our website at treasurer.waynecounty.com or email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com for further information. We're here to help.
This is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show, and today on this episode, I am so excited to be right here in the center of Detroit Techno, about to interview a dear friend, a long-time, well-known guy. He is born, raised, bred, bleeds Detroit all the way through and through, and I'm going to tell you, this guy is phenomenal, and I cannot wait for Resurgence to tell you who he is, what he's all about, and to talk about releases that he just put in my hands. Without further ado, let's get this show started. Research, welcome.
Thank you very much. There was a few things I wanted to talk to the people about and clear up as we move forward.
That would have everything to do with your name, would it?
Yes, it would. So, there's this is all coming out in the press releases and all this stuff. But I kind of wanted to make everything really personal, let people know they're hearing directly from me, the artist, producer, that formerly I was known as, of course, DJ Surgeon, and it was Detroit's own DJ Surgeon. And then we had some issues with Surgeon over in the UK. So I decided that when I came back on my own music and doing my own thing, it was going to be DJ Resurgence. And it was going to be branded that way. So it wouldn't be any confusion about the other Surgeon, who I love and has great music. And I just didn't want people to confuse me with who I am as an artist. So officially it's DJ Resurgence. The name of the record label, just for political purposes, is Global Electronic Music. So it's GEM. And then the releases are 001 and moving forward 002, which are 001 and 002 are actually vinyl releases that are out actually now.
Awesome. So you just took a break, popped in, left the studio for a few minutes. Thank you very much for doing that. Let's talk about the releases. What is the vibe? What's the flavor? What's the expectation? What do you hope people get out of it when they listen?
Well, I am a warrior for Detroit, authentic, original Detroit techno and electro-based music. And I think it needs to be, I want to get the word out to people that this is, we are, I consider this like a war, because people have picked bits and pieces of our culture that we invented, that we grew up knowing. The pioneers are from here. Everyone else that created and invented the music, or not invented, but made the music, learned from the old traditional ways the music was made. And the world has taken so much of that from us, but not necessarily have paid the correct homage or financially rewarded Detroit artists for what they're doing. So this is, I make these records because it's original, authentic, electro, techno-based music that we only can make from here. We only have that sound. You're not gonna get that sound from, let's say, and I'm not saying that people don't make good music. I'm just saying that when it's from Detroit, when it's from us producers or artists or DJs, it has a certain vibe and flavor to it, and I'm not gonna ever let that go. That's not going anywhere.
Well, I appreciate that. Now listen, so we're right here at Submerge, center of Detroit Techno. You've been in this place time and time again. What is some of the feeling that you get when you come to Submerge and you see the newer generation that, like, who was here earlier? What does that do for you?
It's very nostalgic because I know the pioneers. I've been in their studios. I know them, and some of the great music that has come from the creation of Submerge as an epicenter of Detroit to do what we do. As some of the best records in the world, electronic music, have come from this platform. And as people like me that came into the market back in 2000 and saw what was going on and gravitated to say, you know what, I'm going to be a part of one of the guys that makes that music. And it's something that's really like, one of the records on the Alien Flight EP is called Timeless, because what we do here in Detroit is timeless. And it's just, you just look at the world and you can see how our music is timeless. That's what inspired that Timeless track.
Awesome. So how can someone reach you? Where can they get your music from? Give us your handles. Where can they follow you? Where can they find you, man?
All right. Well, as a lot of you know that have been watching me, you know my real name is Chris Harris, and you know that I'm the owner and operator of Digital Custom Media Sound and Lighting Division, which has I just started out kind of renting speakers to DJ friends of mine, and but God had another plan. And so when I left the corporate world because of COVID, I took that money and everything and invested it into a PA system because, and the real reason I did it was because I just wanted to hear electronic music play louder.
You do have to have a certain type of system in order to achieve that goal.
Absolutely. So I went to a lot of events and stuff, and I said, you know what? If I'm going to play here, if I'm going to do, I want my music to sound a certain way. So I just went out and purchased the stuff that I knew could do the job. And then lo and behold, it turns into this. We just did the Spark in the Park Cannabis Festival, our first full festival, 2-day festival on our own in Ypsilanti. It was had Method Man, Red Man, Yin Yang Twins, Trick was there. Our beloved Trick was doing his thing, and it just was a good feeling to hear that PA finally do what it needed to do for locally here. But
wow,
yeah,
that's awesome. But you are amazing, I'm telling you.
Thank you. I just I tell everybody. I said, well, it's a whole nother story of how the Sound and Lighting Division of Digital Custom Media came to be. But it's all internal friends. They're my lighting guy, long-term friend of mine. Most of the people that work with us are DJs. They're that I've trained them and talked to them and say, listen, I didn't know anything about this stuff when I first started. Now we're dealing with power distros and line arrays and all kinds of craziness that DJs don't normally do. I said, I never intended to do all that. I just it was just 2 turntables and a mixer, Tina.
I stay at 2 turntables and a mixer, okay? I do live streams during movement, and it's so funny. I am 2 turntables and a mixer. And now you gotta stream, you gotta have, do you use OBS, do you use Restream, do you do that? It's like, oh my God, can I just put the needle on the record and let it roll?
And let it roll. So, I took some time off to obviously build that company, and a lot of money involved into building a professional sound and lighting company. So it got to the point where I'm gonna tell you a real short story. A good friend of mine, Keith Butts, and DJ Maestro, I'm sure heard the names. They called me one day, and Maestro called me and says, Serge, what you doing? I said, oh man, just working the company and everything. He says, well, can you do a remix for us? And I'm like, me? He said,
for you?
Yeah, you. He said, well, and he said, well, listen, man, we need you to do a remix on this record we got. We wanted you to. I said, well, I haven't put any records out in years since I was with Crate Savers, which was, we had I was with a local label called Crate Savers, had some great records. We had a really good crew there.
I have a few of those in my vinyl collection.
You got a few of those in the vinyl collection. That was big shouts out to my friend Lou Robinson and BJ. We had a thing going. Anyway, I had 3 releases on there, some remixes and things of that nature. But I said, I haven't put any records, I haven't done anything. He says, hey man, we need you to do the remix. I said, okay. So long story short, they sent me the files, and they also sent me some money.
Ooh.
And I said, you serious?
Huh?
And they said, yeah, man, we want you to do the record. We want to. I said, okay. 3 weeks later, I sent them a sample of what I did for them, and they called me back and they said, we putting it out. I said, what do you mean? He said, we're going to press that up. And I said, "Are you serious?" He said, "Yeah, man, this is exactly what we wanted." And so Keith Butts and Maestro basically nudged me because I was doing something else. And I never left the studio from that day. I kept on making the records. And now there's 35 records done. And these ones are the first ones that I pressed up myself. So basically, God told me, use the money from the Sound and Lighting Company to press the music up and put the music out.
Wow, that's awesome. So, hey, it's all about taking care and then listening and be wise to whatever the Spirit tells you. And it's good you did that.
Absolutely. I just, I said, well, how do you put records out? Because all of my music had been put out from other labels. When I was on Database, I was with DJ Godfather and the guys over there, and they put my records out. And then Craig Sabers they said, well, we like the music, we're gonna put it out. And then so now it was kind of a hiatus of me doing my other thing. And I said, well, I come back, I said, well, how much does it cost to put a record out? And so I started finding out how the business actually worked. And I said, oh, okay, I can do that. And so it just so happened that there was an overflow of money being made from the Sound and Lighting Company. Well, I said, well, I certainly got enough speakers. I got 40 speakers now. I didn't think I need any more speakers. What am I going to do with this money? And I said, well, put the records out. So I went to Mike Archer, went to BJ, got my stuff mastered at Smithfield Mastering, all based out of Detroit. It was very important that everything be done here in Detroit and nothing be shipped out overseas. No knock against anybody doing what they're doing. But my project was going to come, I said, authentic, original from Detroit. I'm here. I service the market. Everyone knows me. I know everybody. It's much love. I went to those guys, said, listen, this is what I'm doing. They said, okay, I want to hear the music. I let them hear. They said, oh, you serious? I'm like, yeah, I'm serious. So the money's dropped, master's done, plating done, all that stuff's done. I'm just sitting back. And these are all soft releases. We haven't even started marketing hard yet. We're going to save those dollars for when they really count. But I'm getting ready.
Well, you always stay ready. Like I said, I already know this dude is bad. So listen, find him, follow him. Keep up. Records are coming continuously. Because I know one thing about you. Once you start, you definitely don't stop.
Yeah, you can find me like that. I got like some soft releases. There's some stuff on social media, on Facebook and Instagram. As we speak, the websites are being conceptualized, getting things set up. We haven't done, there's no digital distribution yet. This is vinyl releases only to saturate the market and the culture. Those high quality WAV files will be coming with artwork and all the stuff. And not only that, doing a little something different, you'll be able to purchase the actual physical vinyl, but you'll also be able to get the production pack, which includes the instrumentals of the songs, the break beats of the songs, and different versions that you can use to do remixes. All that'll be included. And I think the price on that's going to be like $25 to $30, and you can get a whole pack of stuff that you normally would not get because, once it's vinyl, it's final. And I only got 10 minutes aside to put that flavor on there. So
right.
The other stuff is be available digitally, but you can also hit me up direct. This is a personal thing. And I wanted people to understand that this is directly supporting the artists. Direct artist support, DAS, if you want to shorten it out. Because we as artists are no longer have to be controlled by the larger labels, or you don't have to be validated. If you make great music, put your music out, Detroit. Do your music. If you want to know the pricing, you can ask some of us. We'll tell you this is who you need to talk to. This is what kind of money you got to have. This is what you do. And this is how you get the records done. And then you just do your marketing. Put your stuff out. I'm just doing everything slow because I like it just nice and easy because I'm not in a rush to make the money. Once the world hears the records, they will gravitate, they will get them. So if you want their authentic original, Chris Harris 313@gmail.com. You can go to DJ Resurgence. Now book the DJ. It's all on the Facebook thing there. You can go check it out.
Awesome. And we're going to tag it in this video, and we will have it in our descriptions as well. So this is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show, where the true stories are told and great music is played. Support this brother. True Detroit. Well Detroit. Love Detroit. We bleed Detroit.
You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
Welcome, Judge Mathis. Thanks for coming to share an important message with the Wayne County taxpayers. Well, thank you for allowing me to help. You know, most of my life I was a resident of Wayne County, and so I'm here to help because Treasurer Chabris wants to work with Wayne County homeowners to keep families in their homes and prevent foreclosure. If you're having trouble making your property tax payments, let us know. We have many resources to help. Already in a payment plan? It's important you stay in good standing. Making property tax payments is now easier than ever. We have placed payment kiosks in community centers across the county. We've also added kiosks in our offices. Contact us at 313-224-5990 or email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com.
And remember, stay safe, save time, make your appointments and payments online.
In My House Radio, online 24/7. Featuring only the best techno and house music. And be sure to tune in for Sunday Inspiration, every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get connected, www.inmyhouse65.com.
All right, this is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show. We are hanging out at the center of Detroit Techno, right here in Submerge, getting some backstories, find out who's who, and talk to people who have actually experienced Submerge. So we're going to bring you the Submerge experience. And this young man has had that Submerge experience. What's your name?
My name is Torrance Henry Jr. And it's just a miracle that this place even exists.
So how did you find it?
Well, that's the thing. They have like these a lot of Buddhist books around here, so they tell us when you come in, whoever wants to find it will find it. It's not a lot of advertising on this place, and when you see it, it just looks like some building in Detroit you've seen a million times before. But when you come in, it's just like an experience. So I just found out about it at work. There's a guy who works on this building from time to time, and he just heard me listening to Herbie Hancock or something like that, and he was like, "Oh, you should check out this," and then it was just a whole new world.
So it's one of them lovely places. You gotta know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, so you can figure out how you get in this place, right?
Yeah, you gotta know somebody to know somebody, and if you're not to know, you don't know,
I think I know. We're gonna write a song on that, okay? Copywritten already. It belongs to us. So tell us about your experience when you went through the tour. What was the thing that really fascinated you the most?
I think that what fascinated me is how Detroit is such an intersection for a lot of these places. Like, I mean, I didn't know about anything about Electro Mojo, but I'm sure I've heard his music or the music he's distributed around this area.
I was gonna say, you're a little too young.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I've heard his influence probably around this area because I've noticed how many acts we have out here from rock, from R&B, from rap, everything coming from this city. And it just always seems like there's a reason why people want to come to this city. I mean, they were just telling us too that Miles Davis himself, he just needed Detroit in a few weeks to get over his addiction. So, I mean, if you know who that is, you know how important the city is to music history. And it's just surprising there's only one other museum. So it's just, the experience is fascinating to know that you're a part of so much culture that's always been around you, but you don't even know exists.
So when you walked along the cases, and as they were describing and telling you what everything was, what really was like, you was like, oh my God.
The Prince story, they told me about Prince. I thought Prince was just gone because you hear about Prince now, he's the man, but I didn't know that they were favoring him more in these stations. That's why he in his tour here every time, because we're the reason why he really got popular, because we were playing his music, but most people wouldn't, because we like weird stuff. We got funkadelic, we got techno music, we got everything else. The normal people on the street aren't trying to hear, but it was just crazy to me to see that he was that link. So I was just, I'm just fascinated because I love music. I'm a musician myself, and this place is just a big inspiration for me.
Well, thank you so much. All right, this is T. Carlita, and we are giving you the Submerge experience right here in the center of Detroit Techno, is what I call it. My name is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show. Hanging out, talking to some people who have been here, seen it, enjoyed the tour, and they're going to tell you what they thought about it. So right now, who do I have with me? Layla Fillmore. Layla, so you have experienced this glorious place that we call Submerge exhibit. Tell me what you thought.
I thought it was pretty nice. Like growing up with techno all around when I was younger, I never really knew there was a museum. Like he said, like when we pulled up, it was like we didn't know what exactly we were getting ourselves into. So the fact that he like showed us this was kind of cool.
The building with the gray door, the famous gray door with the 3,000. That's a you know how famous that picture is by itself. Okay, now you know.
Thank you.
Like you said, you know when you know.
I know what I know.
So when you went through the tour, what stood out to you the most? What was that oh my God moment for you?
I think it was just knowing that a lot of people were from Detroit, honestly. I think that Detroit really doesn't get that best of a rep most of the time, so to hear so many fantastic people come from the city it's pretty inspiring and it's pretty cool, honestly, because growing up I didn't think I really had a chance or anybody really had a chance to really make something of themselves, but the fact that there are so many people that have is really cool.
All right, so listen, your generation, my generation, you know what keeps us together?
Culture and music.
You got it. And to be quite frank, techno.
Yes, 100%. I mean, it's crazy because I think when people think of techno, they think of like the European version of techno, super like, but like, you know, it's like grandmas and aunties and all kinds of people listen to techno here, and it's kind of cool.
See, we just made a song today. See, T just gave the you know, I know, you know, I know, you know, and she just laid that beat track up underneath it. Man, we about to get paid over here. And we're going to distribute it on Submerge. No, just kidding. Let me go through her in trouble. All right, back to you.
But yeah, it was it was pretty nice, like seeing, like, I don't know, it's just inspiring because you can take a lot of the techno and put it into other avenues of creation and work, and it's really going to be interesting seeing how techno ties into my stuff and Torrance's and other people who come here.
Well, I'm excited, and thank you for hanging out, and thank you for visiting, and thank you for touring this wonderful, wonderful gym right here in Detroit. This is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show, hanging out with you right here in the center of Detroit Techno, better known as 3000 with the gray door. You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
In My House Radio, online 24/7. Featuring only the best techno and house music. And be sure to tune in for Sunday Inspiration, every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get connected, www.inmyhouse65.com.
Thanks, Charles, for letting me use your gardening supplies. I'll make sure I put it back in the garage. Man, tending to that lawn is a lot of work.
Tell you the truth, Jim, I'm more concerned about keeping this house.
What's going on?
Well, you know, Sarah lost her job 2 months ago, right?
Yeah.
Since we lost that income, the bills have been piling up, and we're so far behind. I don't want to lose the house because of back taxes. I don't know what to do.
I understand. The same thing happened to my sister and her husband when he lost his job. Do you know that the Wayne County Treasurer has plans and programs to help people stay in their homes?
No, I didn't. Tell me about it.
Yeah, go to www.treasurer.waynecounty.com and see if you qualify.
What's that site again?
www.treasurer.waynecounty.com.
Got it.
This is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show, hanging out right here in Submerge, the center of Detroit Techno. And guess what? Escape the Change Distribution is right here. And this guy right here just dropped off some fire that's available right now, right here in Submerge. I'm going to let him tell you who he is and talk about the record that he just dropped off that is coming through Escape the Change Distribution. Who is this guy right here?
This is Eric Travis, and this is my new product. This record is called Fuse Warp. It's a hot techno track. I mean, people loving it right now. So I just thought I'd come by and Submerge and drop it off. You know, not really just drop it off. I mean, I kind of planned it, but you know how that go. You know how we talk. So anyway, so this is gonna be worldwide distributed right here out of Submerge. So if you want a copy, you know where to go. You just contact them. This is ET027. Again, ET027 is the order number. And if you need to know any more about who Eric Travis is, you can always look up on the internet. Just type in my name, Eric, E-R-I-K, Travis, T-R-A-V-I-S. And what I like to do is keep you dancing, keep you informed, keep it going, keep the movement going, and escape the chains, just like the distribution.
You heard it right here at Submerge, in the center of Detroit Techno. This is T. Carlita.